So you might have guessed it, I am in LA, one of my favourite places that we actually fly to. And I didn't think I would ever like it until I came last November, and I absolutely loved it so much. It was one of those places I was like, it'll either be too much for me or I will absolutely love it, and I'm definitely leaning towards I'm loving it. So we got here last night. We probably arrived about 9 o'clock in the evening, which was a bit late to go and get some food. So I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to go straight to sleep, because today we are going sightseeing, which is exactly what I did last time I came in November. However, we are just hiring another car, which is the best thing to do considering we stay a little bit out of central LA. So yeah, we're hiring a car and we are going to go just see the sights. We're going to go do the Hollywood sign, which I didn't do last time, possibly the Walk of Fame, and just a few other sites that I didn't do last time, and a few of the other crew members have never been, so it will be really nice to go and see the last few bits that I didn't see last time. So the only problem with this particular destination, as well as like San Diego, Las Vegas, Seattle, all of those places that are 8 hours time difference behind from the UK, I always struggle with dehydration. So whenever I wake up in the morning after we land, because we always tend to land in the evening over this way, I am always waking up with a headache. Without a doubt, I will always make sure that I have ibuprofen in my suitcase to take in the morning of, because it is just guaranteed I'm going to have a headache, which I do have now. I've taken some tablets and it is dying down, but it is just the case of I need to get some food in me, a decent meal, so some breakfast, and just have some water, which I have done. I drank a whole bottle of water before bed to see if that would help, and it didn't. I don't understand it. Everything I could possibly do, drinking so much on the flight, drinking before bed, drinking when I wake up, and just nothing seems to work. I think my body just knows that it's just not in its normal time zone, and that this is really, really tough. Those of you that have flown this far back, it is so tough, and it's even harder for those who stay this time zone for a longer period of time than myself. We're only here for 48 hours officially, but those of you who stay on like long holidays, it's so much worse when you get home. So yeah, for me it's not so bad, it's just this first morning that we're here. So I did mention in my TikTok actually that I made the other day that I set off on my journey for the airport. I got 15 minutes down the road and I found out that I'd left my lunch at home, which was really frustrating because I'm trying not to eat so much plain food, trying to eat a bit healthier, and we had so much leftover food from our Easter breakfast the day before that I had to eat it, and it was not going to last until I got back home. Plus, I had my breakfast in there for today and tomorrow, which to me was quite essential. So yeah, I went back for it, and I also ended up typically getting stuck in traffic for a shorter period of time, which I was really worried I was going to be late for work, but luckily I wasn't. I got to work with enough time to spare. So I've got my porridge with me today. I always like to bring some like golden syrup porridge to have the morning of, because some people don't go down for breakfast. Sometimes we just go straight out sightseeing and we focus on that, and then we just get some food along the way, whereas I do like to have some sort of breakfast when I wake up. So yeah, I have some porridge for this morning. I've got some different breakfasts for tomorrow, which I'll show you then. So yeah, I'm just gonna get myself sorted with some breakfast. I always bring my travel kettle with me. This is a lifesaver because, as you can see, there is a coffee machine that is useless to me. It might be useful to some people, but it's useless for me. So I always bring my kettle, and it's just useful for things like having porridge, something a bit more substantial in the morning. Out the window and look at that over there. It's like a sun coming through the clouds, but it's just so, it's almost like a spotlight. That's really cool. But as you can tell, the weather at the moment is pretty dull. It is supposed to brighten up, but that is some sort of hope that it is going to today. So I'm actually all ready for the day now. So I've actually put a bit more makeup on than I normally would do for these kind of trips. I like to be just like comfy and, you know, just not caked in makeup, which I haven't done today, but I just wanted to put a bit more on because I didn't actually get the chance last time we came to LA to get an individual photo for my Instagram. So I'm hoping I get one today. We did get some really good photos last time, but it was just of like general LA and some group photos of the crew I went with. So yeah, that would be good to get some pictures for my Instagram. So we're meeting downstairs in about an hour's time, so I've got some time to just chill and hopefully get rid of this headache. It's still lingering right here, it's like a dull ache, so I'm really hoping that goes ASAP. But on the bright side, I actually just booked my nail appointment. So my nail technician, Hayley, is fantastic. She works around my job so well. She can totally understand that my schedule is, you know, all over the place at the minute, and that my schedules in general don't come out till last minute. So she's managed to get me in for the 16th of April. So I'm gonna get some nice nails done, which is like just a little treat I like to do for myself every once in a while. What I'll do is I'll pop her Instagram in the description box below, so you can go and check her out and see how amazingly talented she is at nails, and just go support her, go give her a follow. So I think I woke up about 20 minutes ago. I've just been scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, as you do when you wake up in the morning, because I woke up to the sound of pinging in my ear, because it's like just after lunchtime at home and it's just approaching 6:30 in the morning here. So yeah, everyone's wide awake at home and they don't realise that I'm not. But I really didn't get that much sleep last night. I think I must have got about 6 hours or so. So yeah, not really. In fact, I think it was less than that. I think it was around about probably closer to 5. There is a reason for that. I'm not going to go into it too much, but basically the other crew are bad influences, and they were like, yeah, let's go out for a quick snack bite to eat and some drinks, and we ended up being out for a fair few hours, and yeah, it was a bit interesting. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling the effects of that now, I think. Jet lag and that. I've never really done this before. Like, I very rarely drink when I'm away. But it's just personal choice. I just choose not to. I like you know, having a drink. But I also enjoy it with like a meal. I don't necessarily just like drink for the sake of. I like to drink, you know, for a purpose, for like celebrating, things like that. So yeah, it was just nice to sort of, you know, have a bit of fun last night. I did pick up a little souvenir actually. Last time I came to LA, I did get some bits and bobs to take home to add to my shot glass collection, and a few magnets and things. But I picked up a souvenir that I think is incredible. I couldn't have thought of anything better to bring home from this trip. And as you saw, we visited the Beverly Hills Hotel for lunch, and the bill for that was absolutely ridiculous. We were literally paying for the experience, which I was absolutely happy to do. I got some avocado on toast, as you saw. It was all garnished lovely. It was really nice actually, and I just had some water with it because that's all I fancied. And that came to just under £30, which is very excessive, but it was a once in a lifetime thing, so we wanted to do it. And when we were signing our checks, there was pens that had the Beverly Hills written on it, and one of the crew members were just like made like a sly comment to say, "Oh, we'd love to take these home," and the waiter was like, "Go on then." So we have these lovely Beverly Hills pens. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, there we are. It's a really nice pen that's really cute as well. This is definitely one of the best souvenirs I think I've ever picked up off of any trip. I will cherish this with my life, and what I really like about it is that my handwriting turns out really well with these pens, and that matters a lot to me when I have a pen. So I will definitely be keeping this one at home. I will not be using this one at work because I will probably end up giving it to a passenger and never getting it back. So this is going to be cherished at home. But yeah, overall yesterday was just a really fantastic day. It was so much fun, and I recommend it to everyone who's in LA for a short period of time. The best thing you can do is get a group of you and hire a car, and it's just so worth it just to see all of the sights in one day. I have to say though, I'm so thirsty right now, and we get bottles of water off the plane, but sometimes just drinking water all the time, for me anyway, it's just so like boring. I really try and drink a lot more water, which I definitely am recently, but sometimes you just want to change it up a little bit. So I always get these little Robinson's squash juices from Asda. They're like £2, so they are quite expensive, but they are like it's really strong syrup almost that you put into water. You literally need the tiniest little drop, and it just turns your drink into squash. So that is perfect for traveling. Anyone who is travelers out there when things go back to normal and you just want something easy to bring with you, perfect for the liquids bag, and yeah, just spices up your water a little bit. Yeah, I'm really surprised that I'm not a lot more tired than I feel right now. I probably will feel a lot worse later before pickup, so I'm going to try and get a good nap then. But for the rest of the day, I have absolutely no idea what to do. The only thing I think I really need to do is go to CVS, get some bits from there, and that's pretty much it. I think a couple of people mentioned going to the beach and just sitting there, so that might be an option. But yeah, I'm just going to take it easy today because yesterday was super busy, and yeah, I quite like it that way, just having one super busy day, getting everything done, and then having the second day, even though we're not here all day, we get picked up later on tonight, but it's just nice to have a bit more of a chilled one before the flight. But yeah, those of you that saw my roster reveal will know that I am actually coming back to LA in a few weeks' time, so that means for that trip I'm not so pressured to go and do the sites again. It's like an option, because both trips I've been to LA, I've done all of the sites now. I literally cannot think of anything else that I could possibly do in LA now. So yeah, it'd be nice to just have a chilled one next time. Maybe go do a bit of shopping and just, yeah, wander around where we stay, because as I said, we stay outside of LA, so it'd be nice to just explore a different area. So we have a plan. I'm now ready for the day, just about. So we are going to just go and have some breakfast. I'm probably just going to get some orange juice or just something because I've had some granola. And then we are going to go to CVS and just get some bits from there that I need. And then probably just have a walk down the beach. Just a chilled one today, like I said. And I knew it would be a chilled one because not a lot of us got much sleep last night. So we want to get back a little bit earlier to get a good rest in before we report. So we'll probably be back like early afternoon, probably like 2ish even, maybe even earlier than that. And we don't get picked up till around just before 8, I think it is, so there'll be plenty of time to get some rest. So yeah, that is our plan for today and our final day in LA.
When you only see your beauty in the applause, you can't love yourself in this silence. Yeah, I wanna see my worth when no one else does. I keep looking and I keep trying, but I feel my Hollywood heart, and it's every beat is a knockoff. I'm trying to heal my Hollywood heart, but it's hard to give it my trust, 'cause Hollywood heart is a faker. Hollywood heart doesn't show when it's breaking. Hollywood heart.
So, as you can tell, I'm now back from LA, and I didn't film at all from the last clip you saw on the beach. You'll see why in a second. So on the way home from the beach, we went to Starbucks, and I got myself a drink over there that's officially known as the TikTok. I will pop a photo on the screen of it because I didn't get any clips of it, but I will also pop the order as well, so you can go to your local Starbucks and try and order it, because that's what I'm going to do back here to see if they do it. I really hope they do. But it was amazing, and for someone that doesn't like coffee, this might have converted me, because this was amazing. And even if I can't order it in Starbucks here, I'm actually going to try and make it at home because it seems very simple. So yeah, if you haven't had the chance to try the TikTok, then definitely go and do so, because it is amazing. I might even like it on par with the strawberry SI refresher, which says something. So after my Starbucks, I went to go get Chipotle. So I got a veggie bowl, which has, if you don't know, like rice, black beans, guac, sour cream cheese, veggies like peppers and onions, all sorts. So I got that as a takeout, took it back to the hotel, ate about a quarter because I wasn't overly hungry, and I thought, well, I can eat the rest later on while I'm getting ready, or take it on the plane with me. So I had my nap, I had about an hour nap. I woke up and I was feeling not like uncomfortable, but just a little bit weird. Didn't know why. And I was a little bit worried because the day before, when we actually did like all of the major exploring that we did on the first day when we hired the car, and the car was called Barbara, by the way. We decided to name her because she was fabulous. And yeah, I had a headache on that day, and I always get a headache. I think I explained in one of the earlier clips in this vlog that I was suffering with a headache. Didn't go all day until I took some paracetamol, because I thought ibuprofen would do the trick, but it did not. So I decided to take some paracetamol later in the day, which I should have done earlier, and that seemed to fix it. And then we went for some food and drinks later on in the day. So I thought maybe I was suffering with that again, but I thought that's strange because I've never really had that before. So went to the bathroom, started getting ready, and it wasn't until I looked in the mirror and I saw this, and it explained everything. At the time when we were walking on the beach, I did not feel like I was burning. The weather, if for those of you that were in the UK, a few weekends ago we had amazing weather. It was about 20 degrees, and it was literally perfect weather, the perfect kind of weather I like, and it's bearable for me, not too hot, not too cold. It was exactly the same in LA. And we just walked on the beach. We literally had a quick stroll and walked up Long Beach, walked back down, and then we got the food and we went back to the hotel. So we weren't out for long. It never really clicked in my mind that I would need sun cream, so hence why this has happened. And I've got panda eyes because I was wearing my sunglasses as well. So it must have happened like later in the day, because I didn't actually put my sunglasses on until like halfway through our walk. So yeah, it wasn't painful at the time. It was just like the initial shock of how much of a tomato I looked. So I had a shower, got myself ready, went downstairs, and I was just starting to feel really tired, no more tired than I normally feel before a really long flight home. It's a night flight. So I thought, oh, this is just normal. Got on the bus, started to feel even more tired, so I thought, this is kind of heading in the way that I didn't want it to go. Got on the plane, did all of my stuff, boarded, took off, and then as soon as the service started for dinner, I felt dreadful. And I was doing my best to participate in as a team to do the service like we always do. I felt so guilty because I kept having to go to the toilet because I felt so sick. wasn't being sick, I just felt sick, and I just felt really hot, shivery, headache, tired. It was awful. I've only ever had this once before, and that was on a Vegas flight, and I knew straight away what it was. I knew I had sunstroke. So we did the service, we then started with our breaks. I was on second break, so I was on the break closer to landing than taking off, so I had a few hours to kind of sit down, have something to drink, maybe a little bite to eat, just to try and help settle my stomach. Ended up vomiting, which was not great, and yeah, I just sat down for pretty much the remainder of the flight, you know, just try to, you know, chill out, not be too hard on myself. Had a real good 3-hour nap on my break, and then yeah, pretty much the service was already done, and for before landing, because we always do a service before landing as well, like a quick snack, that was already done by the other team, and then we landed. So yeah, overall the flight was pretty eventful for me, and there was other people as well who had sunburn. I wasn't the only one, but I just suffered with sunstroke, and I have learnt my lesson to put sun cream on every single time I go to California. I don't know why it's taken me to get like this to realise that, but I didn't realise my skin was as sensitive to their sun as it is, because I've never had that before. I've been to San Diego countless times, LA once before, and I'm actually going back there in a few weeks, so I will definitely be putting my sun cream on whenever I go for a walk out in the sun. So I landed back home, got home around evening time yesterday, and yeah, pretty much just chilled out, unpacked my case, had some food, showered, and got straight into bed. And I've just had 12 hours sleep, so I am as refreshed as I can possibly feel right now. And I've plastered the aloe vera on again, which I wasn't actually doing that long ago, to be honest. Those of you that may have seen previous vlog, I think I mentioned that I had actually got sunburn in Africa. I think it was my very last vlog, I think when I was packing for Shanghai, that didn't happen. I mentioned about my sunburn then from Africa, so I had to get the aloe back out, and that is all over my face, hence why I'm so shiny right now. So that's doing its thing, and I'm praying to God that I don't peel. So I have to say, I think one of my favourite, in fact, my two favourite bits of this trip was going to have lunch at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and that was so expensive, but it was just so worth it for the experience of eating lunch at the hotel. It was stunning. I would definitely do it again, and if you guys ever have the chance to go there for lunch or dinner, definitely go, because it is just, it's worth it to say you've had lunch at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And I came away with a pen as a souvenir, so I was really happy about that. And yeah, I think my second favourite part was actually going to see the Cecil Hotel. So I watched the documentary not too long ago on Netflix about Alyssa Lamb and her disappearance while she was staying there, and unfortunately her death. So it was really, really interesting, and I wanted to go see it last time, but I hadn't actually seen the documentary at that point. So I'm really glad I got to see the hotel. It was a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I think all the drone shots on the documentary made it look a lot bigger than it is. You know, so if you're passing through downtown LA and Skid Row, it's really good to just stop by, grab a photo, and just sort of take in the experience. It is closed at the minute for refurbishment, but yeah, it's just something that I'm really glad I did, because that kind of stuff just really interests me. So I think I'm going to end it here. I think we are now pretty much at the end of LA, aren't we? So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed seeing what I got up to, and if you want to stick around to see more videos like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, as I will always continue to bring this kind of content to you guys if you do enjoy it. So yes, let me know by liking and subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in a video very soon.